Do you often feel like you're standing in your own way? Have you ever wondered why you can't seem to reach your goals, even when you're trying your hardest? If so, you might be dealing with self-sabotage. This video will help you understand what self-sabotage is, why it happens, and most importantly, how to free yourself from its grip. Self-sabotage is a pattern of behavior where we create problems in our own lives, often without realizing it. It's like having an internal saboteur that works against our best interests. This can show up in many ways, from procrastination to negative self-talk, from avoiding opportunities to engaging in harmful habits. The impact of self-sabotage can be far-reaching, affecting our personal relationships, career progress, and overall happiness. Let's start by looking at some common signs of self-sabotage. You might recognize some of these behaviors in yourself. Procrastination is a big one, putting off important tasks until the last minute, or avoiding them altogether. Negative self-talk is another sign where you constantly criticize yourself or doubt your abilities. You might also find yourself making excuses, blaming others for your problems, or giving up easily when things get tough. Other signs include setting unrealistic goals that you can't possibly achieve, then feeling like a failure when you don't reach them. Or maybe you have a tendency to self-soothe with unhealthy habits like overeating, excessive drinking, or overspending. Some people sabotage their relationships by pushing away those who care about them or creating unnecessary drama. These behaviors can have a serious impact on your daily life. They can lead to missed opportunities, strained relationships, and a constant feeling of being stuck or unfulfilled. You might find yourself always playing catch-up, never quite reaching your potential, and feeling frustrated and disappointed with yourself. To understand why we engage in self-sabotage, we need to look at the root causes. Often, these behaviors stem from deep-seated fears and insecurities. Fear of failure is a common culprit. If you're afraid of failing, you might subconsciously set yourself up to fail so that you can say, "I knew I couldn't do it," rather than truly putting yourself out there and risking disappointment. Low self-esteem can also lead to self-sabotage. If you don't believe you're worthy of success or happiness, you might unknowingly create situations that confirm this belief. Past experiences, especially childhood experiences, can play a big role too. If you grew up in an environment where success was punished or failure was expected, you might have internalized those messages and continue to act them out in your adult life. Sometimes, self-sabotage can be a way of maintaining control. If you're afraid of the unknown or of taking risks, sabotaging your own efforts can feel safer than venturing into unfamiliar territory. It's like saying, "I'd rather fail on my own terms than risk failing in a way I can't control." Understanding these root causes is crucial because it helps us see that self-sabotage isn't a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's often a coping mechanism that we developed to protect ourselves in some way. The problem is, what once served as protection may now be holding us back. Self-sabotage often creates a vicious cycle. Here's how it typically works. You set a goal for yourself, but deep down, you don't really believe you can achieve it. This doubt leads you to procrastinate or not give your full effort. As a result, you don't achieve your goal, which confirms your initial belief that you couldn't do it. This reinforces your negative self-image and makes you even more likely to self-sabotage in the future. Breaking this cycle is essential for freeing yourself from self-sabotage. It requires a combination of self-awareness, mindset shifts, and practical strategies. Let's explore each of these in turn. First, let's talk about the power of mindset. Our thoughts shape our reality in many ways. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough or that you'll never succeed, you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. On the other hand, if you can shift your mindset to one of growth and possibility, you open up new opportunities for yourself. Changing negative thought patterns isn't easy, but it is possible. One technique is to challenge your negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking something negative, ask yourself, "Is this thought really true? What evidence do I have for and against it? Is there another way to look at this situation?" Another powerful technique is positive affirmations. These are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. For example, instead of "I always mess things up," you might say, "I am capable of learning and growing." At first, these affirmations might feel fake or uncomfortable, but with repetition, they can start to reshape your beliefs about yourself. Visualization is another tool that can help shift your mindset. Spend time each day visualizing yourself succeeding at your goals. Imagine how it will feel, what you'll see and hear. This helps train your brain to believe in your ability to succeed. Changing your mindset is a process. It won't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, you can gradually shift your thoughts in a more positive direction. Self-awareness is another crucial component in overcoming self-sabotage. You need to be able to recognize when you're engaging in self-sabotaging behaviors. This requires paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and actions. One way to increase self-awareness is through mindfulness practices like meditation. These practices help you become more attuned to your inner experiences, making it easier to spot patterns of negative thinking or harmful behaviors. Keeping a journal can also be very helpful. Write down your thoughts and feelings each day, as well as your actions. Over time, you might start to notice patterns. For example, you might realize that you tend to procrastinate more when you're feeling stressed or anxious. Another technique is to pause before acting. When you're about to do something, take a moment to ask yourself, is this action helping me or holding me back? Is it aligned with my goals and values? This simple pause can often be enough to interrupt self-sabotaging behaviors. It's also important to pay attention to your body. Our physical sensations can often give us clues about our emotional state. For example, you might notice that you feel a tightness in your chest when you're about to self-sabotage. Learning to recognize these physical cues can help you catch self-sabotage before it happens. Setting realistic goals is another key strategy for overcoming self-sabotage. Often, we set ourselves up for failure by setting goals that are too ambitious or unrealistic. This doesn't mean you shouldn't dream big, but rather that you should break those big dreams down into manageable steps. When setting goals, use the SMART criteria. This means making your goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of setting a vague goal like get in shape, you might set a SMART goal like exercise for 30 minutes 3 times a week for the next month. It's also important to set goals that are meaningful to you, not just what you think you should want or what others expect of you. When your goals align with your values and passions, you're more likely to stay motivated and less likely to self-sabotage. Celebrate your progress along the way. Don't wait until you've achieved your ultimate goal to feel good about yourself. Acknowledge and appreciate each step forward, no matter how small it might seem. Building self-confidence is another crucial aspect of freeing yourself from self-sabotage. When you believe in yourself and your abilities, you're less likely to engage in self-defeating behaviors. One way to build self-confidence is through small wins. Set yourself small, achievable challenges and accomplish them. Each time you do, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Over time, these small wins add up and boost your overall confidence. Another strategy is to focus on your strengths. Make a list of things you're good at and find ways to use these strengths more in your daily life. When you're operating from your strengths, you naturally feel more confident. Learning new skills can also boost your confidence. When you master something new, it reinforces your belief in your ability to grow and improve. This doesn't have to be anything big. It could be learning a new recipe, picking up a new hobby, or improving a work-related skill. It's also important to surround yourself with supportive people. Spend time with those who believe in you and encourage you. Their positive energy can help counteract your self-doubt. Building self-confidence is a gradual process. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. While fear of failure is a common cause of self-sabotage, fear of success can be just as problematic. This might sound strange. After all, who would be afraid of success? But it's more common than you might think. Fear of success can stem from various sources. You might worry that success will change you or alienate you from friends and family. You might fear the increased responsibility or attention that comes with success. Or you might have a deep-seated belief that you don't deserve success. To overcome fear of success, start by identifying what specifically scares you about succeeding. Once you've identified your fears, you can start to challenge them. Are they realistic? What's the worst that could happen if you succeed? What's the best that could happen? It can also help to reframe your idea of success. Success doesn't have to mean becoming rich and famous or dramatically changing your life. It can simply mean living a life that's true to your values and makes you happy. Success is not a fixed state. It's a journey. You don't have to have everything figured out to start moving forward. Take it one step at a time and trust that you'll be able to handle whatever comes your way. Creating supportive habits is another key strategy for overcoming self-sabotage. Our daily habits shape our lives in profound ways. By building positive habits, we can create an environment that supports our goals, rather than undermining them. Start by identifying habits that contribute to your self-sabotage. Do you stay up late scrolling through social media, leaving you tired and unproductive the next day? Do you skip meals when you're stressed, leaving you irritable and unfocused? Once you've identified these habits, you can start to replace them with more supportive ones. Some positive habits to consider include a regular sleep schedule. Getting enough sleep is crucial for mental and physical well-being. Healthy eating. Nourishing your body properly can improve your mood and energy levels. Regular exercise. Physical activity is great for reducing stress and boosting confidence. Mindfulness practices. Regular meditation or deep breathing exercises can help you stay grounded and self-aware. Time management. Using tools like calendars and to-do lists can help you stay organized and reduce procrastination. Habit change takes time. Start small and be consistent. It's better to make a tiny change that you can stick to than to try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Seeking support is another crucial aspect of overcoming self-sabotage. While personal growth is ultimately an individual journey, having support along the way can make a big difference. This support can come in many forms. Friends and family can provide emotional support and encouragement. A mentor or coach can offer guidance and accountability. Support groups can provide a sense of community and shared experience. Professional help, such as therapy or counseling, can be particularly valuable when dealing with deep-seated patterns of self-sabotage. A trained professional can help you uncover the root causes of your behaviors and develop strategies to overcome them. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength and self-awareness. It shows that you're committed to your personal growth and willing to do what it takes to overcome your challenges. Practicing self-compassion is another important strategy for freeing yourself from self-sabotage. Often, we're our own harshest critics. We liberate ourselves for our mistakes and shortcomings in ways we would never treat another person. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a good friend. It doesn't mean making excuses for yourself or avoiding responsibility. Rather, it means acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and has struggles, and that these don't diminish your worth as a person. To practice self-compassion, try talking to yourself in a kind and supportive way. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, pause and ask, would I talk to a friend this way? If not, how can I rephrase this thought more compassionately? Another technique is to practice self-care. This means taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental needs. It could involve things like getting enough rest, eating nutritious foods, engaging in activities you enjoy, or setting healthy boundaries in your relationships. Self-compassion is not self-indulgence. It's about treating yourself with respect and care so that you can be your best self and live your best life. All the strategies we've discussed are valuable, but they won't make a difference unless you put them into action. Knowledge without action is like having a map, but never starting the journey. Start by choosing one small step you can take today to begin freeing yourself from self-sabotage. It could be as simple as writing down 3 things you're grateful for, or spending 5 minutes meditating, or replacing one negative thought with a positive affirmation. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and there will likely be setbacks along the way. That's okay. What matters is that you keep moving forward, learning from your experiences, and growing. As you work on freeing yourself from self-sabotage, you may find that other areas of your life start to improve as well. You might feel more confident, more in control of your life, and more able to pursue your dreams and goals. Freeing yourself from self-sabotage is a journey of self-discovery and growth. It requires patience, persistence, and compassion for yourself, but the rewards are well worth the effort. By understanding the roots of your self-sabotaging behaviors, shifting your mindset, building self-awareness and confidence, and creating supportive habits, you can break free from the patterns that have been holding you back. You have the power to change your life. You are capable of growth and success. Every step you take towards overcoming self-sabotage is a step towards becoming the best version of yourself. So are you ready to start your journey towards freedom from self-sabotage? Remember, the power to change is within you. You've always had it. Now it's time to use it. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take today. Here's to your growth, your success, and your freedom from self-sabotage.